Hey guys, AJ here with Center Mass Defense. Today we're going to do something a little new. We're going to do our first viewer submitted video. This video was submitted by Jacob15 on Instagram. And he wanted us to make a quick little video about feeling comfortable and confident concealed carrying. And so this video isn't to talk people into it. I'm not going to try to sell you on concealed carry. But if it's something that you want to do and you just, might have some misgivings about it, or you're just a little hesitant because your wife or your husband is, doesn't feel confident with it. Just wanted to go over a few different things that you might want to consider when starting this concealed carry process. So the first thing is, don't let anybody tell you what firearm to buy, okay? If they want to suggest you a firearm, that's great. I would highly suggest you find a local range, take some of those suggestions, take some, everybody looks on YouTube, take some of those ideas of what you think you might like, things that friends suggest you might like, take those to your local range. A lot of ranges will have a rent option where you can rent the gun for the day and see if you like it. I've heard rave reviews about firearms before and just, I can't wait to try this. And then I shot it and I thought, it's just not for me. So don't let people, this happens a lot with new shooters, especially new female shooters. Oh, you're a female, we're gonna want to get you a 380. It's nonsense. You shoot whatever, what's comfortable for you. If that's a 9mm, if that's a 45, you be the judge. So then go and get yourself a good holster. Consider comfort, concealability. Spend the money. Don't go and buy a cheap little one-size-fits-all. In the long run, you're not going to like it, and spend the money on your equipment when you're looking to conceal carry. That really goes double for ammo. I'm amazed how many people go, oh yeah, I looked at, I'm carrying this and this ammo. I looked at this, but it was an extra $15. You're not going to shoot it that often. It's self-defense ammo for defense of yourself. I mean, your life is worth it. Spend the extra 15 bucks, okay? Definitely spend the money on your equipment. Now, once you've got your equipment, make sure you unload that firearm. And I still, to this day, even though I'm at the range 3 to 5 days a week, I am still in my house. If I've got nothing to do, or I'm off, or I'm waiting on lessons, I'll still try out new holsters and just slowly but surely get a little bit faster. Even if I have to start with my shirt tucked in behind the firearm and just grabbing it, just getting used to grabbing it, and then throwing my shirt over and getting used to pulling the shirt up as I'm drawing. You got to get used to these things. You can't just put a firearm on and expect it to save your life. Okay. Now, get to the range. Get yourself relatively proficient first. Okay. You don't need to go and take a self-defense course immediately. If you're shooting a shot group like this on paper at 15 feet, you are going to waste your time and your money going immediately to a self-defense course. Go out and get some private lessons. Hell, even if you don't get some private lessons, watch some YouTube videos and go to the range and start practicing. A lot of these ranges, if you're on a budget, the range safety will help give you some pointers, okay? Now, if you do, heaven forbid, find yourself in a self-defense situation, you need to be prepared for the fact that you might be injured, okay? Whether that means being shot, or that means something as little as you fall backwards and bust your elbow or your hand or your wrist or the back of your head or something, get cut by glass. It's an emergency situation. You are moving. You are getting away from fire, trying to return fire. Any number of things can happen to you. You need to remember to drive through. Even if you're hit, if you get hit, it's not the end, okay? In the Miami shootout in the 80s with the FBI, one of their officers was shot 6 times and stayed in the gunfight, and he survived. So there's two sides to that coin. That also means if you're sure you've scored a hit on your attacker, does not mean let your guard down. It does not necessarily mean they're done. Even if you have a good shot center of mass, it's not necessarily a guarantee, okay? You need to keep situational awareness at all times. Don't let your guard down. Now, self-defense uses happen a lot more often than the anti-gun crowd would leave you to believe. There's pretty big spread. I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands. I like to go right in the middle, a little bit closer to the Department of Justice versus, some of the more right side versus the more left side. There's always 3 sides to a story, this side, and the truth. But even if you go very conservatively, and you don't go the way high, way low, you're still looking at about 1.5 million defensive gun uses a year. Okay, so this does happen more often than you believe. All right, all that being said, buy a firearm that's comfortable, spend the money to buy decent equipment, get yourself some good training as soon as you're ready, and stay safe out there. As always, thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, please comment below. We'll make sure we get those taken care of. Thanks, guys.